I want to ask you something personal before I say anything else. Um, when you sort of fall off your fitness routine, miss a session, what does that voice in your head say? I'm betting it's not very kind. Um, but I'm here to tell you that voice in your head is the real reason your fitness programs keep failing. Not the workout, not nutrition, that voice. Here's what happens. You miss a session, the voice says you failed. The shame makes you want to avoid that feeling of guilt and sadness. The avoidance means you stay off track longer. The longer you stay off track, the worse the guilt feels. One hard week becomes a month. A month becomes giving up entirely. That is called the shame spiral. And research and sort of exercise program adherence is clear. Self-criticism, that negative self-talk you do to yourself when you miss that session, is the strongest predictor of program abandonment. The criticism, even though you may think it is, it's not pulling you back. It's actually pushing you away from your fitness goals. Um, in the UCAN system, the first pillar is you. And that stands for unapologetically forgiving. And before you dismiss that as soft or making excuses let me be clear what it means and what it doesn't mean. It does not mean lower your standards. It does not mean pretending hard weeks did not happen. It means refusing to let one difficult week become the story of who you are because you're not your worst week. You are the person who comes back. Here's a specific tool we utilize. It's called the forgiveness protocol, and it's simple. 2 minutes. Step one: acknowledge. Say out loud, "I missed a session," and I'm going to be honest about that. Right? No drama. I missed a session. Step two: refuse the spiral. This does not mean I'm failing. One hard week is not my identity. It's not the end of my journey. Go ahead and say that out loud. And the third step is I'm coming back. I'm showing up tomorrow. Whatever showing up, is for you. I'm showing up tomorrow. 2 minutes, and the shame spiral stops before it compounds and impacts your health and wellness goals. Um, I built this protocol because I needed it. My self-talk was terrible. When I missed a session or had a bad workout, in my early 50s, I fell off track. I called myself weak, failure, that self-talk, that my emotion, sort of capture my rational decision making. Um, but when I started treating those setbacks sort of how I would treat a good friend who had a hard week, sort of everything changed. Not overnight, but consistently. Um, so that's what the you and you can is built from. Sort of, my experience with not letting that self-talk, negative self-talk, and that emotion of sadness make your decisions for you with your health and wellness. So, the complete You Can personal book is workbook, including sort of the overview of the methodology, a full forgiveness protocol, a self-compassion assessment. That's all on the website, gettingolderandStronger.com. There's links in the bio. Um, but subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be going over the other three pillars, the C, the A, and the N. And drop a comment below telling me, what that voice in your head says when you fall off track. You might be surprised how many people in this community are hearing the exact same thing.